Hi, how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. We've been talking a lot about the end times, and so I thought we would go over Matthew 24 again. We'll go through pieces of it. Um, Here, 24, Jesus left the temple, was walking away when his disciples came up to him to call his attention to the buildings. Do you see all these things? He asked. Truly, I tell you, not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down. Of course, that's the way it is today. As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming, of the end of the age? Now, this goes on, but I didn't want to bore you. I didn't want it to be too long. So we'll go up to here to 26. So if anyone tells you he is out there in the wilderness, do not go out. Or here he is in the inner rooms. Do not believe it. We're talking about false messiahs. For as lightning that comes from the east is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Whenever there is a carcass there, the vultures will gather. Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. We're not too sure exactly when that would happen. I'm thinking like if the sky is that dark, there'll be a lot of smoke up there. That would be something. Otherwise we really don't know, but the bodies will be shaken. We think that the angels will be up there flying around, and there'll be lights glowing. 30 will appear a sign of the Son of Man in heaven. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then all the people of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. In other words, they're going to be afraid. Wouldn't you be? They'll see something coming in the sky. They don't know what it is, but it looks pretty strong and powerful. Yeah, they're going to be afraid, don't you think? And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. So learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as the twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know the summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right at the door. Truly, I tell you, this generation will certainly not pass away till all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. Well, for a while there, Christ was telling other people that he was going to be here, the rapture was going to be soon, and that was like 20 years ago. Then 2 years ago, he would say, it's very, very soon. This is what he personally told me. Now we're hearing from other people that he's telling them he's at the door. So it's getting closer. We don't know when. We don't know exactly when. It could be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We don't know. It could be 2 years from now for all we know. So we need to get ready because he's at the door. And so anyway, church, you need to wake up. You need to kind of wake up there. Perhaps there's something that you need to get done before the rapture. Something for the family. Only 50% of the church will be raptured. Here in the United States, 50% of the population is Christian. So 50% of the church will be raptured. That's like 25% of our population. What's going to be like 25% of your family? All your relatives, that would be a fourth of them, which means that someone is going to be stuck home. There'd be some Christians left behind. There will be Christians left behind. You need to write a letter to them, dear family, and put it somewhere obvious, because they'll come looking for you if, they don't hear from you. They'll come looking, and write a letter to the family. And what I would do is I stick it on the inside of this china hutch. For some reason, people always want to get in there to see the pretty stuff, and just scotch tape it to the door. Dear family, or for those left behind. And that would be a good thing to do. And other things that you might need to do, I've been purchasing really nice Bibles for my family members. Not little paperback things, just pretty things, but big enough so you could actually see the print. Good idea. It's for reading, right? You got to be able to read it. If they can't read it, they won't read it. So make sure that it says large print. If it's more of a young person in their 20s, large print is good. That little minuscule print, little kids can see that. Because they're little. They can see that itty bitty stuff. Grown-ups can't read that stuff. So if they're in their 20s or 30s, get large print. People my age, more middle age, could see giant print. That's what this is. And then elderly see super giant print. They're comfortable with, really big letters. You can find some nice stuff. I just ordered one with a purple leather cover with flowers on it for someone special in the family. First I just wanted to see it first before I give it to someone special. And when we get older, we just, our eyes can't focus we can still see. It's just we can't focus like we used to. And so anyway, that is something to think about. And then here in Revelations 3:20, way in the back here, way in the back. Whoa. This is really like tissue paper. This is like tissue paper. I would not take this outside. The wind would shred it. 3, okay. And I'm not used to looking at the red letters. This is new to me. Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with him and that person, and they with me. Okay, now if Jesus says to you, and you get a phone call, hey, I'm at the door. You're at the door? Yeah, I'm at the door. So you close it up and you go answer the door, right? Wouldn't you? So if he says that he's at the door, I would take that literally. Wouldn't you? And so anyway, please keep the situation over in Israel and the Ukraine in prayer. That is important. That's what we're basing all of our timeline on. The timeline of when Christ is coming back to what's going on over there. That's why we're watching about when they're going to kill one of these red heifers, And I think one of them's already been sacrificed, but they're just not saying anything. Oh, I don't know if you can see this or not. No, you can't. This is, you can probably see a ribbon. I'm going to have to take it off. Right after Trump was voted in, everybody was in mourning. We felt bad. And so I made a whole bunch of these passed them out to people. We felt as if our nation had died. Now look what Trump is doing to our nation. We're right, right? He's killing the nation. He's getting rid of the public school districts and in all of that, taxes and whatever. He's killing us. Please keep our nation in prayer. Anyway, I'll see you. Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow.